We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Redskins.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Set, ready. 61. No chance. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
They go play action with Haskins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Johnson running right. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Murray. With a catch made by Johnson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Deron Payne. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
You. Wahoo. Check nickel.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
They go play action now. Haskins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball. Motion. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Share. On it.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check 4. Shoot. Hey, alert 3. Hold up. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
From midfield now, Haskins. And Diggs has it. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Stephon Diggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end right. Alert.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
At the 21-yard line.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. From the gun on third down, Murray going up top. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. What? Check 3, check 3, check 3. Wide. Check up. Get wide.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Cut. 23 is the mic. Hey, check.
Here's Geis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 28. For a lot of people, MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Double up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Yeah. 24, check 24. Big Ed.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Cardinals' 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Shift.
This is Geis. Fighting off the defender. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Shift.
Third down. Here's is Haskins. Oh, good move. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down at the 17-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Cardinals nothing.
Let's go. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 83 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Back. He's checking. Crash.
It's Geis on the counter. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 43. Go. Yo. Check.
Geis, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got it. Mike's 5'4". Here we go.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Focus, defense, focus.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
56 is the mic.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Mike 58 right there. Check. What? Go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. It's going to be a long yes.
The quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Set, ready, 60 on. Check, 43. Let's go, Heavy. 56, pull it, high. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Jam.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard pick. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Watch the screen.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Runs through the contact. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's 2nd and inches. At the Redskins' 45-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Daron Payne in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Third and less than a yard.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He's checking Craig.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That's good for the Washington Redskins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight left. 4 down. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. It's complete to Diggs. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I'm trying to collect. Mike's 43.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Let's get it. Here we go. 43. Watch the run. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Alert 3. 61. Match box. Right. 43 is the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 43.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second down, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
36.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 49-yard line.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Hey. 4 down. Check pass. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And an alley to run. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch that in. 40, 40. Alert. Big dance.
They go to Johnson again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Now that Redskin offense coming back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Check 3, check 3.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done in scheme. It's not working. I mean, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week, and it hasn't worked. And, in fact, on that last sack, I thought I saw him drop a Pro Bowl ballot at the feet of the quarterback and say, here's a pen right in my name.
He keeps playing like this. He'll be dropping those ballots from a plane above the city. Flushed out right. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Move. Hey, you got 3. Go.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start on the ground with Geis, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
On the double. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Anyway, screen.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Big stop, let's go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Stop your whining. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch us slap. Let go.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now it's Byrd on the return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even.
They give to Johnson going right. He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Cardinals.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there for Arizona. 59 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To throw is Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2 times, 2 times. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Wait.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He'll have a first down past the 40. And a cutback, right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Redskins 48, Cardinals 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down, Murray. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Check your backer, check your backer.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Now Murray off play action. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At their 49-yard line.
Four down. Check, check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Again, it's Johnson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Rush in.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up, but relentless. That's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready? Double tight. Double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
Watch the edge. Save. Check.
Check.
Same on.
Check. Hot route. Hot. Kill. Where'd it go?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Check three, check three, check three.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Murray now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Kill. Any weapon. Slam.
Now a toss. This is Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Redskins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Now 4th down and 1.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Murray now, 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray, he's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Screen play, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now a run with Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Joker, 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 Joker. Right stone. Try ball.
On the ground, it's Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on first down. McKinnon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Set. 60 or.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Ready, ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.